Okay, welcome back. This is Mr. Hassan's Maths channel, and I'm now answering question number 7 from exercise 2E on page 55 of the Cambridge International Examination CAIE textbook from chapter 2. This is the Sue Pemberton textbook. This is chapter 2 functions, exercise 2E, question 7, as I said. Question about translation of functions. It says a graph of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c is translated by the vector 2 minus 5, and it becomes y equals 2x squared minus 11x plus 10. So we got to find out what a, b, and c were before this transformation took place, or this translation. Now, there's a number of ways we could tackle this question, but I think the simplest way to do so is to think about the opposite, going the opposite, that this became this. So if we make our starting point y equals 2x squared minus 11x plus 10, and think about what we have to do to kind of reverse this. Okay, if we go the other way, we're going to have to do the opposite. So we're going to have to go, have the translation of 2 units to the left and then 5 units upwards. This means a horizontal translation of 2 units to the right and 5 units vertical translation down. So this means you go to the right 2 units and you go down 5 units. But so if we do the opposite, if we start from here and do the opposite, we'd have to go, to the left 2 units and we have to go up 5 units. Okay, so if we start from here and then we see what we're gonna do to get y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, that would be a bit easier because we can then, deal with numbers that we know, and then we can work out what it's going to be and simplify it and give us that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say let f of x be 2x squared minus 11x plus 10. This transformation, minus 2 and plus 5, means a horizontal translation of 2 units to the left, and then it means a vertical translation of 5 units upwards. That's what it means. And in terms of writing in terms of functions, this would be fx. Now, this is when you want to go to the left, you have to replace the x with x plus 2. It's kind of like inside the horizontal x coordinates, you do the opposite. Okay, that's a horizontal transformations. You kind of do the opposite. So instead of f of x, you want it to go to the left, you put f of x plus 2. So you replace the x with x plus 2. But for the vertical ones that act as normal, this is where you take the whole function, and you add 5 to it. Okay, so I'm going to combine these together in one go, and I'm going to do f of x plus 2. That will cause 2 units translation to the left, and then I'll add 5 to the whole function. When you add 5 to the whole function, you're affecting the y coordinates. You're going to make it go up 5 spaces. Okay, and that should give us what ax squared plus bx plus c is if I transform this in that way. So what I have to do here is I have to replace the x with x plus 2. So I have 2 times x plus 2 squared. And I've got another x here, so I have to replace the x also with x plus 2. That's what this part means. First of all, replace the x with x plus 2. So wherever I saw x, I replaced it with x plus 2. Okay, and then the last part, you have to add 5 to the whole function. So I've got my plus 10 here. So this is like 2x squared minus 11x plus 10. That's the whole function. I've replaced the x with x plus 2, but then I have to add 5 to the whole thing. And when I simplify this, I should get the correct form, and I can then write down what a, b, and c are. So this is going to give me 2 times x squared plus, if I square this bracket, I have to write the middle term, which is you multiply these two and then you double it. So that's 2x doubled, which is 4x. Square the last term, that's plus 4, minus, expand the bracket, minus 11x, minus 22, plus 10 plus 5, which is 15. So this is going to give me 2x squared plus 8x plus 8 minus 11x, and that's minus 7, minus 22 plus 15. And then I can just simplify this. That's 2x squared, 8x minus 11 is minus 3x, and 8 minus 7 is plus 1. So this is the new equation of the curve. So therefore our a is 2, our b is negative 3, and our c is 1. Okay, so there's the answer to this question. Now there are many ways we could have done this. Okay, we could have done this by finding the vertex of this and then translating the vertex and then working out what the equation was, which would be more complicated, I think. Or we could have gone this way and had everything in terms of A, B, and C. We could have gone this way. We could have said, okay, we're going to do A times X minus 2, going this way. So A times X minus 2 squared plus B times X minus 2 plus C, and then take away 5, and it gives us this. And then we could have expanded and compared the coefficients of X squared and X's and the constants, but that's a lot more hassle than what we did. So what we did is we started off with, we went the opposite way. We said, okay, this became 2x squared. We went the other way, right? So we said, let's start with this, 2x squared minus 11x plus 10. We went this way. When we translate it by this, the opposite of that, instead of going 2 to the right, 2 to the left, instead of going down 5, up 5, so we're kind of going the other way. So this becoming that would mean we have to use this transformation, and then we can just work with actual numbers when we're doing this. You're going to have to replace the x with x plus 2. There will no be a's. There won't be a's and b's to deal with. We have actual numbers to deal with, and it makes life a lot easier. Okay, so I think that's the simplest way to tackle such a question. Okay, so that hopefully clears any doubts that the student might have had who asked me how to answer this question. I hope that was clear. Thank you for watching. Other questions from this particular chapter can be found in the playlist that will appear in the area over here at the end of this video. Other questions from this topic of functions from P1 of Cambridge can be found in the playlist over here. This is for International A-Level. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking on this link, and the video that will show, or link at the top here, will show you how to use my channel for whatever you're looking for. There's different things I have in the channel: IGCSE, Edexcel, Cambridge, A-Levels, and so on. And it'll help you to find the material that might be relevant to you. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.